You've had your fair share of fun, gotten into a little trouble over the years, played pranks on people and whatnot. I want to run through just a couple stories, make mention of them, and then have you take it from there. In high school, how about the prank you played on your best friend Nick with the swim trunks?
Yeah, we go. It was the summer, and we go lift, and for football, I want to say at the time, and we'd be done at like noon, and we'd be like, well, let's go to the lake. So we go to the lake, and one day comes over, and he's like, hey, I didn't bring any trunks today or whatever. I was like, it's no problem, I got some. So I go, and there's this like white Umbros that you'd wear for soccer or whatever. I was like, no problem. So he wears them, and so we're out there swimming, and I come running out of the water before him, and I'm like, come on, let's go. And he's just like, already? I was like, yeah, come on. So he gets out of the water, and you could just see right through his white Umbros. And I was just like, look, everybody, this guy is wearing white shorts, and he just like got all nervous.
But you knew in advance.
Yeah,
right.
I knew that he was going to be walking out basically naked. So it was great, though. He's never lived that one down.
On the phone when I'm talking to him, he made the point of saying, even though this is June, it was still really cold.
Yeah, he had a Costanza line with it. Exactly.
But in fairness, you both had fun getting other people and.
Oh yeah, don't think that he's a saint now. He did it to another one of our buddies the next time someone else came over. Oh, we're fine. Yeah, I got the shorts, and he looks at me, and so he's a good friend.
You kind of got Nick in a similar way. You were speaking at a fundraiser when you were in the NFL, and you invited him to come. Told him it was casual attire.
Yeah. No, Nick. No one really. For those of you who don't know Nick, he's 6'7", so he stands out like a sore thumb already. He looks like the guy in Happy Gilmore who says, "I'll meet you in the parking lot." It has like a gun, nail in his helmet or head. And that's kind of like Nick.
Local basketball coach for one of the high schools. You guys grew up together.
We grew up together, and he. So we'd attend functions and stuff from time to time. He'd come with, and I was like, "Hey, you got to come with this thing. I need someone to be with me, just a wingman kind of deal." He's like, "All right." He's like, "What do you wear?" So I'm wearing basically what you're wearing, but I don't have the coat on yet. I'm like, "Well, I'm getting presented with something, but it's literally like people are just showing up like a lunchtime affair kind of thing. He'll just be in and out, nothing really." And so he's like, "What about like just a polo?" I was like, "Yeah, just a polo's fine." So he wears like a green, kind of older.
You're awful.
And I'm in like literally suit and tie, and everybody there is in a suit and tie.
Like a black tie.
Or black, yeah, it's a black tie affair basically. And so Nick comes in, and now he already sticks out because he's 6'7". So he's already the tallest one. He's looking at everybody. And he sits right at the main table, the whole deal. And he looks over at me, and he's just so mad. He literally wouldn't talk to me the entire time. He was so mad at me that I tried to make a joke of it when I stood up to get something for the order. I was like, "I just want to say thanks to everybody here, and a lot of people have supported me." Nick, actually my friend Nick right here. Nick, we stand up. You've been a real big supporter of the time. And he's just sticking out. He's even more mad now that I did that.
Were there like a couple thousand people?
Oh yeah, there was a lot. It's one of those things where people pay $1,000 to attend and the whole deal. And Nick shows up, and he's got his jeans and sandals and his little green polo, with a little collar on it and everything. So that was probably the best joke I've played on him, actually.
How about Mike from Milwaukee with the NCAA tournament bracket?
Yeah, I think I don't even know, 8th grade maybe, not probably freshman year or something. We had an NCAA tournament deal, and I remember we got like 5 or 10 of us in it, and everyone puts in like $20, and there's updated, scoring that basically everyone gets a copy of each person's deal. Well, Nick was winning, so he thought he was winning the pool. But I'd already spent the money that Nick had given me at the time. So I was like, well, Nick can't win. I don't know what happens here, but Nick definitely can't win. So I was like, he was like, hey, I'm winning. We're into the Final Four. And I'm like, well, actually, Mike, we live in Burlington. I'm like, Mike from Milwaukee's winning. And he's like, who's Mike from Milwaukee? We don't have cars. We haven't gone more than 10 minutes away from Burlington. This place is 45 minutes. It's like, oh, he's a buddy of one of the other guys who's a friend of a friend or something. And he's just like, what? How many points ahead is he? He was naive enough to believe it at the time. And I'm like, he just got you by a point, but you need to win both games. So he wins both games somehow. to finish the deal. He's like, well, I won. I was like, I was wrong. Mike had both the same games, so he barely beat you. So he never lets me live that one down.